Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Katelyn, and today we're continuing the 100 Dragon Challenge. So 2 videos ago, we did the Krampus Dragon to kind of match the time of the year. So I thought we would do another kind of time of year seasonal special with an ice dragon. So today I wanted to draw a really cool cold boy and do a really cool ice dragon. So my first initial thought was obviously we just gotta cover this guy in ice. Like get a lot of cool icicles from the teeth to the horns to the accents around the body and just really cover him in like lots of cool icicle spikes. I did a combination of kind of the more dripping spikes like coming off of the chin and then just more of, I don't know how I guess I call them like exploding out icicles because it kind of looks like they're exploding from the sides of his face because I don't think icicles can drip upwards. I'm not a scientist, but I assume most icicles would just drip downwards, my guess. Anyway, so I call them like more exploding out from the face and at different angles. And then I also experimented with doing some other types of spikes on top of the face, like making it more, I guess, rhinoceros in a way, like having some cool horns like going up its nose and then adding more icicles to its belly. And I kind of basically for the final design did a combination of those 2 ideas. I really liked the bigger spikes along the head. It kind of gave it like I guess a crown of icicles and really cool horns. And then I wanted this guy to be a more kind of like wider set, thicker dragon, but also looks a little emaciated in a way. I don't know how to describe it, but I had this idea after I started doing these sketches and then going in and doing the final sketch of like the reasoning behind this ice dragon. So one of the things that has always kind of plagued me when it comes to ice dragon designs is I mean, it's not a big deal. Like, I'm not gonna go die on a hill for this argument, but a lot of the times the ice dragons are fully made out of ice. And I understand magic, and I understand that how that works, but, you know, if the wings are made out of big chunks of ice, it can't really fly anymore. I understand magic, don't worry, I'm not saying, like, all ice dragons are now obsolete. It's just my observation when I was thinking about creating this dragon. So I thought, well, what if we do a new spin on an ice dragon? I was trying to think, okay, well, how does he get covered in ice? Because on top of it, it's a reptile. Like, if you go based off of just a dragon, it's a reptile, so it would die in these cold temperatures. It's not meant to survive at these cold, frigid temperatures, especially if it's covered in ice. So then I was thinking to myself, well, what if this ice is being caused by some magical ice parasite? So what I was thinking was this ice, like an icicle parasite type of thing, infects different creatures, and I mean, we'll just say dragons, let's just do dragons for this one, and it slowly takes over and consumes its body. My thinking on that was just, it kind of slowly encases it in these ice crystals, and it controls it as it like grows all over it with ice. That's also could explain like why this dragon is being kept alive. Even if it was a cold-blooded creature, it could be kept alive just based off of now it's like the parasite running the brain and controlling everything. It's just kind of this moving dead thing covered in ice, and I love that idea. I don't know why it just sprung into my head when I was drawing this, but I'm like, all right, that's canon. This ice dragon has been infected by an ice parasite. And you can kind of tell where it is in the stages of infection depending on how much ice is covering the dragon. So I would think first it would start with going from like maybe the head or neck area and slowly consuming the head so the parasite could take control. And then it would move up and ice over the wings, because you think about it, if the dragon had any control whatsoever, even with the parasite controlling its brain, like let's just say the dragon could take back its control here and there, the ice should encase the wings so then this thing can't fly to warmer climates, thus potentially killing the ice parasite. I'm like, this is just, it makes sense. Like, it would consume the head and then go up and freeze the wings, so it would have to stay in this cold climate, and then it's just slowly going to take over the body of this dragon. And I know That was a totally random idea, but I really liked it because that kind of gave me my own internal explanation on how this works and like why this dragon is covered in ice but is still alive, and why its wings are like made of ice but the rest of it isn't. So it just kind of worked in with my story, and I really liked that aspect of it. I think it just added a cool new spin to ice dragons, and I think that's really fun lore, and I really think I should start brainstorming more lore to these every time I make these videos. But either way, now that you guys have the backstory of what I was thinking for this dragon, it's time to jump in and do some colors. So I wanted it to obviously look like a very cold creature between the ice and basically it's dead. Like, let's just assume that the dragon body is kind of dead. So it would be kind of in that more frozen state. Probably the skin is like slightly dying and decaying, but since it's like frozen, it's also being preserved. Like if you see, I don't know scientifically what a body looks like when it's been frozen for a long time. I'm assuming it's not like vibrant pinks and like you're still flush with blood or anything like that. But I'm assuming the body starts to show like blues and purples within its skin just based off of like when my fingers get cold, they tend to turn like more blue and purple. So I would assume when a whole body is dead, it kind of does the same thing. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a scientist. I don't know anything about the human anatomy when it comes to being frozen alive, but that's just my guess. So with that in mind, I thought, all right, we will do the coloring of the ice and make them really similar. I loved using the techniques I did from the crystal dragon. When I made the crystal dragon, I did a similar coloring look, but this one we just did all of these ice crystals, which was super cool. And that was like the main like shiny kind of translucent blue that was going to be around this body. And then the actual body, I was thinking about giving it more of like purplish shades to just kind of show that it's this frozen dead skin, and then adding some like kind of blue veiny areas to maybe like basically show more that it's dead. That was a great explanation, Katelyn. 10 out of 10. But that was my thought process for picking colors. I thought it would look really cool with the ice to have this other like purple faded skin, and I think the color complement like went well together, and it just kind of gave it this more like washed out faded color, because I think the dragon would just lose all of its natural color once it kind of dies and starts freezing. All right, and there we go. We're just about ready to wrap up this dragon. And like I said, I had a lot of fun thinking about the backstory behind this creature and why it's not like a fully covered ice dragon. I like the idea of it's just going to be slowly encased in these ice crystals. I think that's such a good idea. And I can't wait to see your guys' ice dragon. So if you would like to post one, make sure to go on Instagram or Twitter with the hashtag KM100dragons. But let's go ahead and look at last week's dragons for the dragonfly. So first off, assorted nuts. I like how you spelled assorted. That's super cute. I really like your color choice for this, and the head is so cute. I like the shape that you did to make it look like a dragonfly head. It looks really cool. And also, pardon me if I butcher your name, but I kind of looked up kind of how to pronounce it. Mitrake Octavian. I really like yours. It's cool to see the different color segmentation you did with this headshot. The eyes look really cool, and I like that more squished face look. Really, really cool designs, both of you. I really love those. And overall, you guys had a lot of amazing designs. Some were more leaning on the bug, some were more leaning towards a dragon, and I really liked all of them. Like, there was some that had the horns were like in place of where the antenna would be, but you could totally tell like, oh, that's like an antenna horn. And a lot of you did a lot of cool colors and shapes. Overall, really great designs, guys. Really awesome dragonflies. So either way, thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking out this video. And if you aren't already, I'd love if you hit that subscribe button and join us every week for these dragon videos and some other videos like monster mashes, or my recent one was painting over thrift store art and putting monsters in it. Lots of cool videos on this channel, but I would love if you hit the subscribe button and join our little community. And make sure to post your guys' entry on KM 100 Dragons, and also join the Discord. We have a fun contest going on every month now, a little art challenge where you can win some cool free art. So if you want to go check out the Discord, check out the link in the description below. So thanks again, guys, so much for stopping by, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.